I have a fox hat too. So do you really memorize last words? She ran up beside me and grabbed my shoulder and pushed me back onto the porch swing. Yeah, I said, and then hesitantly I added, you want to quiz me? JFK, she said. That's obvious, I answered. Oh, is it now? She asked. No, those were his last words. Someone said, Mr. President, you can't say Dallas doesn't love you, and then he said, that's obvious, and then he got shot. She laughed. God, that's awful. I shouldn't laugh. But I will. And then she laughed again. Okay, Mr. Famous Last Words boy, I have one for you. She reached into her overstuffed backpack and pulled out a book. Gabriel Garcia Marquez, The General and His Labyrinth. Absolutely one of my favorites. It's about Simon Bolivar. I didn't know who Simon Bolivar was, but she didn't give me time to ask. It's a historical novel, so I don't know if this is true. But in the book, do you know what his last words are? No, you don't, but I am about to tell you, Signor Parting Remarks. And then she lit a cigarette and sucked on it so hard and for so long that I thought the entire thing might burn off in one drag. She exhaled and read to me. He, that Simon Bolivar, was shaking by the overwhelming revelation that the headlong race between his misfortunes and his dreams was at that moment reaching the finish line. The rest was darkness. Damn it, he sighed. How will I ever get out of this labyrinth? I knew great last words when I heard them, and I made a mental note to get a hold of a biography of this Simon Bolivar fellow. Beautiful last words, but I didn't quite understand. So what's the labyrinth? I asked her. And now is as good a time as any to say that she was beautiful. In the dark beside me, she smelled of sweat and sunshine and vanilla, and on that thin-mooned night I could see little more than her silhouette except for when she smoked, when the burning cherry of the cigarette washed her face in pale red light. But even in the dark I could see her eyes, fierce emeralds. She had the kind of eyes that predisposed you to supporting her every endeavor. And not just beautiful, but hot too, with her breasts straining against her tight tank top, her curving legs swinging back and forth beneath the swing, flip-flops dangling from her electric blue-painted toes. It was right then, between when I asked about the labyrinth and when she asked me, that I realized the importance of curves, of the 1,000 places where girls' bodies ease from one place to another, from arc of the foot to ankle to calf, from calf to hip to waist to breast to neck to ski-slope nose to forehead to shoulder to the concave course, and the concave arch of the back to the butt to the etc. I'd noticed curves before, of course, but I'd never apprehended their significance. Her mouth close enough to me that I could feel her breath warmer than the air, she said, That's the mystery, isn't it? Is the labyrinth living or dying? Which is he trying to escape, the world or the end of it? I waited for her to keep talking, but after a while it became obvious she wanted an answer. I've never had to read that fast in my entire life, so forgive me for a few little problems. But I love Looking for Alaska. It's the first John Green book I ever read, and I've read all of them now, except for there's a Let It Snow Christmas book that I haven't read yet, but I've read all of his other, big ones. And I gotta say that this was the book that really made me a nerd fighter. I mean, before I read this, I really liked their videos, but I don't think I was anywhere close to obsessed with them. But now that I've read all of his books, I completely love John Green so much. He's so well-spoken, and just every single one of his videos has given me goosebumps for different reasons, and I think it's just because he has such a way with words that you just I can't handle it, so I start to get goosebumps, and sometimes I cry, so yeah. And if you have not seen the Vlogbrothers videos, if you're watching this and you have not seen Vlogbrothers videos, you definitely should check them out, because that's part of why I got so into YouTube in the first place. So, anyway, so yeah, I'm so glad that you liked it, Tally, and that you read it and it touched you the way it touched me. So I hope you will continue to enjoy it and continue to check out his books. Especially, my favorite is Paper Towns. I think you should go ahead and read that one, because it's along similar lines, but not really. That's all I'm going to say. It's another sweet love story type of thing. And so, scheduling conflicts, I just wanted to briefly say, I never really made too many mistakes as far as scheduling two classes too close together or anything like that, but I did make some mistakes scheduling classes from one side of the campus to the other and only allowing myself maybe 15 minutes to get from there to there. And so that was my big thing, was that I never really accounted for how much time I was going to need to get to all of my college classes. So, but I hope that you will enjoy your classes anyway, and I hope that you can figure something out so that you can continue to make videos, because we would miss you if you couldn't make videos anymore. You're so cheerful. And my question is relating to Looking for Alaska, and it's, what how would you want to be remembered? What kind of last words would you want to be remembered for saying? For me, I like to joke a lot, and I kind of really do want my tombstone to say, well, crap. And I wouldn't mind my last words being something like, well, crap, that didn't go the way I wanted it to, or something like that. But that's just because I'm really silly. I don't have any, like, philosophical last words that I can think of. But well, crap is something that I could definitely manage, probably. So, but how do you want to be remembered if you have thought about it at all? I know from reading this book, I thought a lot about last words, and I looked up a lot of famous people's last words. I became rather morbid. So anyway, Tara, I will see you tomorrow. Thank you for the fox hat. I love it. And I hope you girls have a great week. Bye!